Hello?
Archie.
Hello?
Hey, Arch, can you hear us?
What's up? What's up? Yeah, I can hear y'all.
Oh, what's up, Archie? How are you, bro?
What's up,
Man,
man?
I'm real good. I'm real good. Everything good over here. How y'all doing over there?
We're good, man. We're live with all the fans. They're all tuned in right now. They know that we're directly tuned in at Arch Dogs, and they're ready, man. You know, they're ready.
Yeah, Arch Dogs, man, right here on 15706 Waterloo. You know, this where everything going down there, man. You know, hot dogs, everything from hamburgers, chicken wings, trying to get y'all a good look of it.
Yeah, I remember when you just had the cart still, and you and I were talking, and you were telling me that a spot was coming. And actually, I think, if I remember correctly, I don't think that it had opened yet, and that's where we did the Two True episode, right? You was at Arch Dogs, and it just hadn't opened.
Yeah, yep. This was I had at that time. It wasn't as many names on here like it is now, but as you can see, all the names on here now. Like I got Soldier Boy came up here.
Oh, so these are all people that have come through and blessed the spot.
Oh yeah, these are all the people. Got Jazz, got Brina, got everybody.
Oh,
man.
you got the Mo Thug plaque on the wall.
Oh yeah, you got to have that.
Oh yeah.
You got to have that. You know, it's doing good though, man. It's doing real good. And I'm trying to get a new locations.
Already looking to upgrade.
Oh yeah. You know, I'm trying to get it going. You know what I mean? Got the studio in the back.
So how long have you been there now, Arch?
This is my first full year.
Yeah, so about a year.
This is my first full year.
And is it all just pickup, or do you have a seated area for people too, or is it just a pickup?
Oh yeah. I got the seated area here.
Yeah.
You know, for hot dogs, you know, it don't take many people to come in and eat them. They eat them and go. And then I got the sitting area out here.
But you said you're already looking to upgrade. You looking for something bigger, like for more seating, or just a bigger kitchen? What you thinking?
Yeah, I'm looking for something for more seating. You know, try to do a little bit more with. Right now, this is just temporary, like you said. Come and grab it and go. But reach down, about to start trying to have it so people can sit down and eat. You know, our menu is upgrade, and we starting to do a little bit like hamburgers, chicken wings, and potato bowls, and a little bit of everything. You know what I mean?
Now, it looks like I still see you though. You still out there in the cart too, right? So you'll have the restaurant open, and you're still out there pushing the cart.
Oh yeah, that's my baby right there. I ain't gonna never let the cart go. That's the cart where it's all started at. You know what I mean?
You like being in the cart more than being in the kitchen, or what?
Oh hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
I keep the cart everywhere I go.
You go to a lot of like just the same places with the cart, or you go all over?
I go anywhere I see a crowd of people. That's where I'm gonna go ahead. I'll take the cart to.
Bro, what we got to do is that great idea here is, you know, how when people show up in Cleveland, somebody pointed this out in the comments, you know, people want to take a picture at the St. Clair sign, or the East 99 sign. But now people got to take a picture at Arch Dogs. Anytime people show up at Cleveland, you got to go to Arch Dogs and take a picture in front of the store, in front of the restaurant.
And when they come, they're going to get a free hot dog.
Hot
dog on me.
You got to tell Arch you're from Beyond the Harmony. Yeah.
That's all you got to say. Behind the Harmony, you got a hot dog on me.
So
a hot dog in the signature.
Something I've been trying to figure out, because, you know, now Arch, I've had you on the show quite a few times. We had the interview with just you. We did the Two True thing. And it's like, so I know how deep the music and production and everything runs for you, and how long you've been doing it. But when did you get into like food? Like, when did that become like a real interest for you, that, you know, and more than just cooking, that you felt like you wanted to cook for other people and stuff like that?
Actually, after I got the kidney transplant, that's when I really started getting deep into it. You know what I mean? Because I said, man, I can't do all the running I used to do. I can't stay in the streets all your life. So I said, man, I'm gonna start doing something. Hot dogs is like my favorite food. You know, anyway you go, you can find a good chili dog. You know what I mean? So once I sat back, I looked into a hot dog cart, and I ain't looked back since.
How long were you doing the hot dog cart before you actually got the building open? You were doing that for a little
I
bit.
was actually, yeah, I've been doing the hot dog cart for 8 years. I started that in 2018.
Wow.
Yep, 2018. I started off with one hot dog cart and then went up to like 6 hot dog carts.
Really?
And then, oh yeah, had them all over Cleveland, man. Even on St. Clair.
You still have that many carts too?
Yeah, I still got that many carts. I just don't put them all out now because it's hard to find a lot of people to work with.
To help, yeah.
Yeah, but I still I partnership with a guy named Jack from Lucky Dog. I also mess around with a guy named Lee. He got one called Lee Lucky Dog. So we all come together, and do hot dogs. We all over the city of Cleveland.
So you got the carts, you got the spot. You're looking for the bigger spot now.
Yeah.
Archie mostly likes to be in the cart. So when Archie's in the cart, who's in the kitchen back at the spot then?
Oh, that's my wife. She's back there now. Yeah.
So it's a family business. I knew we were gonna get into this. I was like, behind Big Arch Dog, we know.
You see my wife, she in the kitchen. Kelly, say hi. She back there cooking the chili right now, cooking the onion sauce. Everything is made homemade. You know what I mean?
So some of the questions in the chat right now is people want to know, like, what's the startup cost for like a young entrepreneur getting into like a hot dog cart or something like that? Like, was it real expensive business for you to get into?
No, it wasn't expensive at all. Matter of fact, it took probably about $3,000 total because you can find a little hot dog cart for like $1,500, and then you figure the license and the fees. That's another $1,000. But the hard part is staying consistent. You know what I mean?
Right.
When you make your own money and you actually working for it, sometimes people be like, "Nah, man, this ain't what I want to do." But once you stay consistent, that money's just as good as street money. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's every day, right? It's like you got to get in there and get it every day. If you don't, people will just be on to the next hot dog spot.
Well, actually, I stay with Monday through Sunday. I mean, Monday through Saturday. Sunday, I don't open on Sundays. I don't
take
go out
Sunday off.
Sunday, that gives the day to God. You know what I mean?
That's right.
You got to give that day to Him.
Yeah. So you said also at Arch Dogs, you got like a little studio going on, or?
Oh yeah, I'm building a studio in the back up here. Right now I'm working with Eric Wilson from Cleveland. We got some things going on. We're gonna do another album on jazz, if that's what she, as soon as possible.
Oh, so you think Jazz is gonna come do some more music?
Oh, I don't think it. I don't have to think it. This is Eric Wilson right here. This is my man Eric Wilson, and he the one who he got a production company called Scratch Master, and that's when we gonna combine and do some things together and try to do a track on jazz. Do an album on jazz.
So we got jazz. Brina's still out, right? We got no.
I'm a beggar, man. I'm a beggar, but
Hey, you just gotta try hard with Brina because you saw there at Two True. She's like, "Nah, I'm not doing that interview, Arch," and then she called us like 4 times. So, I think it's gonna work out though. I think things gonna work out. But you just gotta send her that track, Arch, that's got the opening. Go, man, Brina. You know what would sound good right here.
Yeah, she ain't gonna want to stay away from it. But Brina, she just doing her private thing now. But I'm quite sure once you talk to her, she's gonna be involved in something.
I mean, you could have a little rack inside that waiting room there with CDs for sale too.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put like all kind of merchandise in here. I was actually trying to get Bone them up here to try to come up here and eat a hot dog, but that's hard to do.
Hey, who knows? We might have to have the chat let Bone know that we need to get a couple of them over at Archie's for an Arch Dog. No.
Yeah. I got right across the street here. It's a company called Beachland. That's a concert place. So maybe one day we can try to get everybody together and do a little concert in that place. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah, that'd be great.
Do a whole motor reunion in there or something.
Oh yeah, that'd be the dream right there. So
yeah, I talked to like CN and all them. You know, CN he moving back to Cleveland, so you know it might be a lot of possibility for a lot of things to happen.
Yeah. I still keep in touch with a lot of them. I talked to Sid not too long ago. I talked to Mohart not long ago. I talked to Boogie not too long ago.
Yeah, I see all them boys too.
Yeah.
I just don't see them. I don't see them that often. But every name you said, I see most of the time.
So it'd be lovely to get you on the road.
I'm gonna try to get them all up here to the hot dog. Try to eat a hot dog with me.
Yeah.
Every time I get one of them up here, I'm gonna take a picture with them and send it to y'all.
Yeah, hell yeah. So I know you said your wife's in there. I knew that it was the husband-wife duo. Is there anybody else in the family that's also working with you?
Yeah. My kids. I got my daughter. She runs the front part. My son, he operates the hot dog cart. He's the CEO of the hot dog carts. I even got my grandson. He from Georgia, but when he come to Cleveland, he do the hot dog carts too. And that's perfectly what I'm trying to do is find another hot dog company I can start in Georgia. So if my grandson he can start running it from Georgia.
Now I know in there you guys do a lot of hot dogs, but you do some other stuff besides hot dogs too, right?
Oh yeah, we do. Let me get the menu. Let me show you the menu. Yeah, we do a little of everything. We got the Arch dog. That's
Arch dog.
Yeah, the Arch dog. That's our favorite. We got the footlongs, the Italian sausage, hot tamales, of course, hot dogs. Then we got like loaded nachos, wings, potato bowls, hamburgers. We got a little everything. You know what I mean? We got fresh lemonade. She make fresh lemonade from scratch. And we also got like cakes and pies and ice cream. We doing a little everything.
When you get to a bigger spot, like are you trying to do like other food as well? Or are you kind of trying to keep it at this menu and just have more seating options? Like why are you guys looking to move to another spot?
Well, no, I'm gonna keep the same menu. I'm gonna keep the same idea, hot dog. Because the idea is that to be able to come in and get something fast. You know what I mean? It don't take 20 minutes to make a hot dog. It only take 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes to make a hot dog. So that's why I'm trying to get, people to come in and get quick hot dogs, keep on about their business. You know what I mean? Something quick and fast. And if they want to sit down and eat, they could buy 2 or 3 hot dogs.
Our friends over at Beatbox LLC, they want to know if these are all recipes that you created or are they passed down in your family? Like, how did you guys start to come up with the menu and the different combinations?
No, everything is with me and my wife made up. My family never was into a restaurant business. This is the first one in my family. This is the first thing we ever did in my family. So it was just really just, sitting back and just coming up with ideas and making them. My wife, that's her passion, cooking. As you can tell, I used to be 260-something pounds, so that's her passion, cooking. So now we just spreading it out to everybody.
Did you ever do anything back in the day, like when you were producing? Like, did anybody know that Archie could chef it up back then, or was that kind of like after the Mo Thug stuff?
Yeah, that was after the Mo Thug stuff.
Yeah.
I cooked it. I was chefing it, but not like this.
Yeah. What do you think for you? I mean, I know how much you love producing, and I know how much music is meant to you. Like, has it been like? Which one do you think like you like more, or is it kind of like not comparable? Like, are they both their own thing? Like, because now you got these two major things that make up Archie Blaine.
Yeah, it's they separate. You know what I mean? Because music, I'm never gonna stop doing music, and food that's a passion. Actually, it's a passion of my wife. I just like the money part of it, but the producing, that's my heart. You know what I mean?
So
that's something I don't think I never stop producing.
So is it kind of like, was it like, how did you, it sounds like your wife was really into the food part, right? So how did you guys decide to do the cart and Arch Dog, and like, how did that all initially come together that you're like, oh, we're going to get this hot dog cart and name it Arch Dog?
I mean, okay. So back during the motel days, after it was all over, I was still, doing things in the street. So a guy owed me a couple of dollars, and he couldn't give me a couple of dollars, so he gave me a hot dog cart. So when I got the hot dog cart, I brought it to the house. And I actually put it in my garage for like 2 years. And then my wife was like, you got to get this hot dog cart out my garage. Well, I'm going to sit on the street. And I'm like, sit on the street? You ain't going to sit on a hot dog cart on the street. I said, I'm going to go see what I could do with it. So I took it out, and I met my guy, Jack. He got a company called Lucky Dog. And he showed me how to use that cart. He showed me how to make money with it. Then once I, got a hold to it, my wife actually was the first person to sell a hot dog off of it, because I couldn't sell no hot dog off of it. It was like I was begging, you know what I mean? So my wife, she got out there, she sold the first hot dog. When I saw her sell that first hot dog, that's when I was like, oh yeah, I could do this. You know what I mean? I told her, move out the way. Let me go ahead and do this. And that's what happened. I started selling hot dogs.
Is that around the time? How'd y'all end up calling it Arch Dogs, or was that just kind of assumed you were going to do it? Like, how'd you guys decide to name it that?
After I just sold that one hot dog, I said, this is going to be Arch Dogs. And we laughed at first. It was funny, but it stuck, Arch Dog. We just kept it going. Then I got a brother. He did my logo for me. He made the dog with the hot dog in the mouth, and he just ran with it from there.
There's a lot of people showing love right now in the comments. Even our boy Ricky, all the way from Australia, showing love. Mark Scott says that he's coming to the land soon. Yeah, and Mark says he's coming to the land soon. When he gets there, he's gonna stop in there. Our boy Frank that lives out there, he says he's gonna be stopping out soon. So he actually lives in Cleveland. So there you go, Frank. You got to make sure when you're at Arch Dog that you mentioned Beyond the Harmony, man, that you pulled up because of that. We haven't seen you, Frank, in a while. Shout out to our boy Frank, DNA level C.
Tell anybody that come to Arch Dog and they mention Beyond the Harmony, they get a free hot dog on me. And I sign the paper.
There you go, Frank. There you go, man. Florida Boy wants to know, what kind of toppings do you put on the loaded nachos?
The loaded nachos? Man, what's your toppings with your loaded nachos? I know it, but I like turkey stuff. Hey, babe, what's your toppings for your loaded nachos?
Beef taco meat.
It's taco meat, nacho cheese,
nacho cheese,
lettuce, green onions, tomato, and jalapeno, fresh jalapeno, sour cream, and taco sauce.
Is there anything at like Arch Dogs that you feel like, yeah,
Hey, man, show them that foot long. This is our foot long. It's the paper movie. Move the paper. This is our foot longs right here.
Ooh.
Quarter pound. Hold up. There you go. Quarter pound foot long.
Damn. Is that the one that the Arch Dog? Is that the one you do the Arch Dog with?
No, this ain't the Arch Dog. This is just the quarter pound foot long. The Arch Dog come with bacon, cheese, onions, chili, shredded cheese, and mustard.
And what do you think it is?
Matter of fact, she finna make one of them too. I'll show you how that look too. But the Arch Dog is our number one seller though. That's everybody that come to Cleveland. That's what they come and get, an Arch Dog.
And would you say that's the thing? Like, if someone's in Cleveland and they're looking up hot dogs and all kinds of hot dog spots pop up, like, what's the thing that you think sets Arch Dogs separate? Like, why they should come to Arch Dogs instead?
Well, first of all, from the day say I'm number 3 in Cleveland as far as chili dogs.
Let's
but
go.
My post boys got to be number 1. You know what I mean? We had a couple of people come through and do a little food create thing. And we got all good ratings on our food. It's made fresh. Everything made fresh. It's made on point, on spot. So if you come order a hot dog and they already wrapped up and made, we make it as soon as you order it. So yeah, that's probably what set us aside. You get your meal in at least 2 minutes, 3 minutes after you order it.
And you guys, you stay open through the winter and stuff as well, Archie?
Oh yeah, I stay open all year round. You know, I got to make something to pay for that studio time.
Yeah. Do you guys are you guys on like
we on
Uber Eats and all that kind of stuff?
No, I used to be on all them platforms, but I got off of it because, you know, when you eat a hot dog is meant to eat within the first 2-3 minutes of serving. So if you trying to deliver a hot dog, by the time you get to the person, it's cold. You know what I'm saying?
And a chili dog would be all fucked up after 20 minutes.
You know, so I said, no, I'm not gonna do that no more. You know, if you want a hot dog from Archie Dog, come in and get it, and you eat it fresh. And then that way we ain't got to worry about whether it was fresh, whether it was hot, none of that. There y'all go. This is the foot-long chili dog.
Wow. Y'all guys in the chat, see that? Let's fill the chat up with all those hot dog emojis, man. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
How much is something like that, Arch? If somebody was to come in and order that, how much is that?
This is $10 right here.
Oh, that's cheap. Yeah, that's cheap.
And if you can eat that right there with an order of fries in the pot, you're a bad person.
How's the support been from like the community and the business around you and the people? And
the support been great. You know, this is my old neighborhood. You know, so you know the support is excellent. You know, it's a mixed neighborhood, white, black. You know, a little bit of everybody. So it ain't like it's just a one demographic kind of place. You know, everybody come in and get hot dogs.
Yeah. Is there anything that's not on the menu yet that you're looking to add to the menu in the future?
No, not really. I mean, I was thinking about going into ribs and stuff like that, but then I said, no, I'm gonna just keep it simple. You know what I mean? Just keep it simple, keep it with the hot dogs, and that'll keep me freed up. Because if I go into anything deeper than that, it's gonna take up most of my time.
Yeah,
and then that's gonna take me out the studio, and I don't want to get out the studio. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, that's cool, man. I mean, you know, so there's something to be said about keeping it simple. You know, keep a menu that people know, and you know, that's what it is. You get yourself a staple item like the Arch Dog, something that makes people keep coming back. And
right,
you know, yeah, that's beautiful. So we had mentioned, you know, the bigger location and everything. So like, as far as like the bigger location, what was the main reason why you were looking to go to the bigger location? Like just a bigger kitchen or like bigger seating area?
Bigger kitchen, bigger seating area. You know, more people. I could attract more people to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because right now this is like a smaller place.
Right.
So you can't do a lot of like if it's a festival or something. This place is whole field. Yeah. So yeah, I want something bigger where I could, you know, I have a lot of people sitting like Happy Days.
Right.
I don't know if y'all hold up Happy Days.
Of course.
But that's what I want, a restaurant like Happy Days.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you looking for that same like area, or how far from like this area would you go?
Well, I want to go on the other side of town because, you know, right now I'm good on the east side. So I probably want to go on the west side and start doing it on the west side. But me and my wife was talking, and we thinking about like moving out to Texas and Georgia and starting something up in Texas or Georgia.
Damn, Archie leaving Cleveland. That's a crazy thought.
Okay, here goes. I'm about to show you how the Arch Dog.
Okay, let's go.
This the Arch Dog.
Oh, that's crazy. How much is that when they come in?
The Arch Dog is $7.99.
Wow, that's a lot for $8.
Yeah, that's got the bacon, the cheese, the onions, the chili, on an all beef quarter-pound Polish boy.
Hey, that's the Arch Dog, y'all. If you guys are in Cleveland, you got to pull up, order yourself the Arch Dog. You know, that's like for all our listeners, like that's a crazy thing. If you were able to pull up on Archie Blaine's spot, get the Arch Dog. You know, we gonna have to get Archie to do something special, like a 2 True Dog or something.
Yeah, that's all ready to make.
Yeah, there we
That's
go.
already.
I love it.
We gonna. Matter of fact, I'm gonna release that when we release Jazz album.
I love it. Yeah, wow. Look at the difference. That other hot dog, man, that's big enough for 3 people to eat right there.
Let me introduce y'all to this one of my friends right here, my co-producer, this Eric Wilson.
Hey, how y'all doing?
What's up, bro? Oh, he just dropped it right on him. He gave him the headphones. There we go.
What's going on?
Co-producing with Archie Blaine, man. How long have you been a producer?
40 years.
40 years in the game. So how did you and Archie get connected?
I used to be signed with Mo Thug myself. I used to produce different Mo Thug artists.
Really?
So I was always familiar with him. But back when I was doing it, he had already slid out of that situation. So over time, just through the passing of being at different events in Cleveland that we both supposed to be at, we ended up having conversations. I think I did a show because I'm a rapper too. I do beats and I rap. So I think I did a show for him at a showcase we did back in the day. And ever since then, we just stayed in touch. And this was the perfect situation for us to actually collaborate with this new project.
What name were you rapping or producing under?
Eric Wilson.
Is there anything that you did that we might be familiar with as far as anything that you've produced or anything?
Oh yeah, we put out 2 compilation albums with Flesh and Bone and Lazy Bone. One is called From Cleveland to Cali,
bro.
And the other one is
bro, stop it.
And the other one is called Day 2 Independence.
Stop it. You don't understand, bro. Like, for the collectors, for the bone collectors, okay, that Cleveland to Cali is like a fucking relic, and people pay stupid money to get their hands on a real copy of that. That is like a legendary thing. That's crazy.
I produced all over that project.
That's crazy. Yeah, fans go crazy for that to this day, from Cleveland to Cali.
Yeah.
Wow, man, that's dope.
And I rap on that. My group is called Bar None. So
yeah,
I was
man.
in the group.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my group, and I did all the beats.
There you go. Oh, the chat is lighting up for that. They love that.
Yeah.
That's a classic, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fire. So what's the plan with Archie? Like, what do you guys think that you guys are gonna do together as far as moving forward? What you're gonna work on?
The plan right now is Too True with Jazz and Blaine. So we're gonna do a project on them, put our heads together, which is a confluence in this case, and knock some shit out the park and get the world back knowing that they never really stopped flowing.
Ooh, it's gonna be hard to get Brina involved, man. Jazz is always down, but Brina's gonna take some work, bro.
Yeah, I think Archie know what he's doing as far as getting that fire going again. So I ain't worried about it.
Yeah, if anybody can do it, Arch can get her on, man. Hey, that's crazy.
Sure.
I look forward to what you're gonna do with him. It's an honor to have you on, and we should get you on for your own. We should get you on for your own interview, man. We should get you on, and you should come through and tell us about everything.
Oh yeah, for sure. I got projects and everything dropping all over the place. So yeah, I'll let it come back and chop it up with y'all.
Yeah, man. Hey, have Archie get you with me, man, because we should get you on, do an interview with you, talk Cleveland and Cali and Barnett. We should go over all that.
Oh yeah, for sure. And if you want to hear what I'm doing right now, I got a few projects out. My first solo album was called The Warm Up, came out in 2006. My second album was called My Dolo, actually came out in 2018. And I got a current project that's kind of halfway released with like 7 of the songs already streaming on all platforms. The name of the project is called The Confluence. So you can find that at www.scratchpaper.bandcamp.com, The Confluence. And check that out. They got some Mo Thug artists on there, some legends on there in Cleveland, and 22 songs for Hot Fire.
We got John right now putting all the information in the chat, including the link to his Bandcamp. So y'all make sure you jump on the Bandcamp, show him some love, and we're gonna get him back on. We're gonna get you back on, Eric. We're gonna get you back on. We're gonna talk about some stuff. So make sure Archie gets you linked up with us.
Oh, for sure. Let me hand it back over to Arch.
Let's go.
Nice to meet you, Eric.
That was fire.
What do you want?
Arch, I didn't know you was gonna be bringing on special guests that all the chat was gonna know.
But this the chili dog right here, chili dog with cheese. Just want y'all to see that too.
Byron wants to know if the studio's set up enough that we can get a glimpse at what you got going on in the studio.
Not at this one right here, but at the other one, yes, it's fully set up. But this is just my hot dog location right here. I ain't finished with the studio here yet.
There you go, Byron. There's your answer. So probably next time we have
Tell
Archie on.
Tell them it's a home studio. You know, they got whole set of monitor studios, the Mac computer. I do a lot of tracks off of MPC software. You know, it's gonna be something.
Yeah. Seems like Eric thinks we gonna get both members of Too True. He seemed very confident that we getting both of them. He was,
you know me, man. I don't like to say nothing.
He was very positive that we gonna get them both. So we'll see. The whole chat was excited.
Yeah, he really confident, man. But like I said, Brenda, man, she's very, she's very private. But once she feels something, that's when she get involved. You know what I mean?
Arch, they want to know in the chat if there's a place where you're going to be selling any Arch Dog merchandise or anything like that.
Yeah, I'll be selling it right out of my restaurant, right out of Arch Dog, and I deliver it, I mail it out to you. I do all that. As a matter of fact, these t-shirts, I got these. I got the caps. I got the baseball caps. I got everything. My daughter and my daughter's friend, they all make them in-house. All this is getting made in-house.
If somebody wanted to get one and have it like shipped to them, would they just be able to message you on like Instagram, or how would they go about being able to get themselves one?
Yeah, they can just message me. And once they message me, I can give them the address where they can, or they can just cash at me, and I can just get their address and I ship them to them.
We gonna have to do a little collaboration, Beyond the Harmony Archdog collaboration too. We'll throw that on our store.
Man. You already know we can make anything happen.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
anything can happen.
I love every time we have Arch on.
Dad's supposed to pull it up, but she got to cook and do things like that. But she was just here earlier, but she had to run for a minute. But she said she was gonna come back.
Oh yeah.
By the time y'all she'll pop up.
She knew you was coming on the show. She was probably like, I got to get out of here before Cecil West be bugging me. I was just poor Jazz. I just sent Jazz old Mo Thug picture, and I'm like, oh hey Mama Jazz, I hate to bother you again, but could you just take the time out of your day and tell me who everybody is in this picture? And of course it's Jazz, so she's more than happy to take care of me.
Yeah, she gonna clown. She gonna clown, but she don't mind.
She's like, let me get the hell out of here before Cecil West be bugging me about who the fuck knows what. Let me see. Ask Archie. They want to know. Ask Archie. Can we help uncover the unheard Faces of Death era DAT tapes in his garage so we can make an episode out of it? Man, they still want all that shit that you're sitting on, Arch.
Hey, I ain't even in my garage no more. I pulled it out the garage and put it in my basement. I got it here in my restaurant in my basement.
There you go.
Y'all don't want to hear that, man. There's a lot of things better coming.
Let's see. Let me just stop it to show love. Eli Green showing love. He's saying love to Archie. To make it, there needs to be a scoop. Yeah, Joe. The first Beyond the Harmony person that goes into Archie's. You got to make sure you get there. You take a picture at Archie's. Sign the wall from Beyond the Harmony if you go to Archie's, and if you take a picture at Archie's, we're gonna send you a Beyond the Harmony shirt too for going to Archie's.
There you go. And make sure you sign the wall because it's gonna be your name gonna go down in history.
Yeah. So you said you had Soldier Boy up in there. Of course, you've had Jazz and Brina up in there.
Jazz, Brina, K-Chill. K-Chill come every other day.
K-Chill. We love K-Chill.
Matter of fact, K-Chill was supposed to be here today, too. Eric Wilson, the same guy, he produced K-Chill. He's producing K-Chill's new album right now. So, there's a lot of stuff going to come out from the old days that, a lot of people can upgrade to.
Bro, you know what's so crazy, Arch, is we helped light a fire under K-Chill's ass, man. K-Chill wasn't, we had K-Chill, and I think I've told you, but that was part of the reason Beyond the Harmony got made was I'm flipping through the old Faces of Death, and of course there's names in there that I know. I know Bone, I know Archie, Blaine, but I'm like, they keep this Archie or this K Chill guy. Who the fuck is this K Chill guy they keep talking about, And so we seek out to find K Chill, and it took me, you asked John, it took me a couple weeks, and I finally get K Chill contact, and then it was a couple years before we even interviewed K Chill for real, and I know.
Y'all guys though, man. We look. I told him about the interview. He said he was gonna try to make it.
Yeah,
but he's so busy, man. That dude, he do so much construction now. So much work and
he's back in music.
Yeah, in the studio. He doing construction. He got kids. KTL, man. That dude amazing, man. But you gonna hear some good stuff from him too. I heard some stuff from some new stuff coming up with him. Man, it's fire. You know what I mean? Fire.
Yeah, K Chill, man. That's a guy that can rap. That don't matter if he's 19 years old, 29 years old, 49 years old. That's a rapper's rapper right there.
Yeah, he do it so smooth, man. You gotta wonder if he rapping as he talking.
You got anybody like newer, younger that you're working with or that you're trying to work with?
I got some people that I'm trying to work with right now. I don't want to really say their name yet because I want to really lock it in.
Yeah.
People start jumping on right after you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I got a couple of young cats coming up. But the first thing I want to concentrate on is this jazz project. Because it's something that I wanted to do a long time ago after I did Brilliance Project. So now I got an opportunity to do it. I got a fresh head with me. So we're gonna concentrate on that. Then I'm gonna introduce this little young cat that I'm trying to work with now. I mean, he fired too, man.
I gotta send you. I don't know if I ever sent it to you, but last season we ended the season with having Sin back on. Okay, so we hadn't interviewed Sin in a few years.
Just called me too.
Yeah,
he just called me like a month ago.
He had done a new song. We premiered a new song that he did. What's crazy is T-Rock's nephew sent him a beat and said, this sounds like something that my uncle would have made. So T-Rock's nephew sends him a beat and Sin goes, this does sound like some Tombstone shit. So he did a song over John. What's the song called?
Talking about Archon?
Yeah, Archon. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have I'm gonna have to send you that, Archie, because it sounds like some old school like Graveyard Shift shit. Like I was like, wow, Sin has still got the ability to just sound like Graveyard Shift.
Well, Sid just gave me a call not even a month ago, and me and him talking too about getting. It's not even a talk. I know for a fact we're gonna get in the studio and do some things with him also.
I love that.
He just reached out to me. Man, that's amazing that you even said that. Yeah, he just reached out to me a month ago, saying he trying to find some somewhere to move to in Cleveland, and then we're gonna get in the studio and do a couple of tracks.
I've been saying we're gonna upload Archon since the Sin interview. I guess John, I got to make sure I upload Archon so I can send it over to Archie because he's got to hear how Sin's still in his bag, man. It doesn't matter how long it's been.
But the world, man, the world needs that sound, though, man. That sound, it's been gone since that Motel. You know what I mean?
How do you
Archie, I got a question too. And I might have asked you this already, but I don't remember what the answer is. On Invitation to a Gunfight, which was on the compilation CD you sent Cecil and I.
Yeah,
I think it was an instrumental, but
I've asked him this. He won't.
Jazz talk. I did ask.
I've asked him. I'm like, give me the fucking song, Archie. Give me the fucking song.
I ain't never played the lyrics to y'all today.
No. All we did was talk about it. It was the instrumental, and that song has so much like a lore to it because, of course, you told us the whole thing how it's about the bone shit and Redline and all and the problems and.
Red Zone. It was a dude. There was some dudes called Red Zone.
Red Zone, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll never forget that. That was, and Lazy said something to me about that because he, for some reason, thought that I thought he owed me because of that day. I told him, no, you don't owe me because of that day, man. That was how we was feeling. We all was feeling like that. You know what I mean?
Because they didn't fuck with Bone, right? Like they fucked with Too True, but they didn't like Bone. The Red Zone guys, right?
Yeah. The dudes didn't like Bone. They had to be something personal or something, but they didn't want Bone to perform at the club that night. But Bone and Too True, they was doing songs together at that time. You know what I mean? So I'm like, no, if Too True going on, Bone going on, that's how they been doing. They been doing their thing. So dude like, no, we don't want them. We just want the girls to go. I said, all right, that's what's up. So when they went on, I told Bone to do their backup to them on the stage. So when they did, the dudes grabbed me and they literally picked me up and threw me off the club. and ever since then, that's when we sat down and came up with me, Thoroughbred, Mr. Thoroughbred, Jazz and Brittany. That's when we came up with that song, Invitation to a Gunfight.
Yeah, man, that's been something that Bone fans have talked about. I mean, John, you could go back, I'm talking, 20 years and find those old Angel Fire websites that talk about Invitation to a Gunfight. And no one's ever heard of it. We ain't never heard it.
I got that one. Man, listen, one day when I get in the studio with E, I'm going to download that song. I got it on my computer right here in my restaurant right now. Man, that song is like the best song ever made to this day.
We ain't never heard
that
it.
song, like,
just the instrumental.
The instrumental alone made people want to hear it. But the lyrics is way better than the instrumental. The lyrics is cold. The lyrics is deep. It cut. You know what I mean? It really meant something.
Did you know Southpaw? Was there a group called Southpaw? I remember seeing a flyer that K Chill had of like the Stony Burke and the Jammin' recordings.
Them boys were good. They was more on the East Coast vibe. They both was left hand guys, so that's why they called themselves Southpaw. But they had lyrics, man. Them guys was hot. They were really like hot coming out of Cleveland, because Cleveland more was like a West Coast sound, Midwest, But these guys, they was like on the East Coast vibe, and wasn't nobody else in Cleveland on that vibe. You know what I mean?
I agree.
It was hot, man. Them guys, that was a hot album. That Southpaw album, I always thought that album was like number one to me.
Yeah, same here. I listened to it on somebody uploaded it.
Out of that camp, coming out of that Stony Burke camp, that was like, to me, one of the hottest. That was a hot album, and Zilla. I don't know what he called his dog. His real name is Raybone, but I think his album was called something about Mama Cry or something.
The Saddest Day. I think Draybone, My Saddest Day. I think.
See, to me, that was like some of the coldest albums back in that time. You know what I mean? But they never got that play. They never got that chance.
It's crazy because he wasn't like a Bone guy, but like I know they like, meaning like he wasn't in like Bone Thugs or anything, but they showed him love even during Creeping on a Come Up. They were shouting out Draybone and shit. He was on Stony Burke, like
Draybone was Bone before Bone was Bone. I knew Draybone since he was like 16 years old. He was Draybone then. He changed his name after Bone became Bone Thugs and Harmony. Then Draybone changed his name to Dogzilla. So to this day, that's what he called himself, Dogzilla.
Another group too that, and you and I may have talked about this before. I don't know. I've done so many interviews, but Brothers for the Struggle. I know that there's like there's a lot of history there. Even like, they had that they had that song, The Devil Came to Cleveland, and I think same sample as like Hell Sent or something. It's like there's a lot, and Bobby Jones was involved on both sides of that.
Yes, Bobby Jones, man, excellent guy, man. Bobby Jones was an excellent guy. He, Brothers for the Struggle was like the number one group in Cleveland at that time, because they had a good promotion. They had great songs like Ready Rock, and like you say, Devil Came to Cleveland. Man, they had some hot songs. Ready Rock was like the number one anthem in Cleveland. You know what I mean? They played Ready Rock, everybody go crazy. So, and I did a couple of songs on the Crime Game album. That was with Pratt from Brothers for the Struggle. That's was under Solar Records. So if you ever get a chance to hear that, it was called The Crime Game. That's one of the songs I did at Tocon. Those was a couple of songs I did with Brothers for the Struggle.
Huh. And what about Built to Last? I see BTL in this old
that's
flyer.
another hot group. Matter of fact, one of them guys, B, he a good friend of mine. He live in New York now. He doing a lot of things in New York. them boys was hot back then too. Bees and Blob. That was their name. Bees and Blob. Them boys was, man, hot. Man, I'm telling you, there was a lot of hot artists back in them days.
One of the mystery albums, I don't know if you know about it. It's called Presence of Darkness. I think Sin had something to do with it. Are you familiar with it?
Yeah, Sin did a little.
No, I never heard that.
Yeah, that was a little bit after Mo Thug, and I think he was doing a little bit with it. I think people thought he was gonna be in the group, but I think he was just featuring or something on it.
Yeah, I never heard of that one.
Sorry, Cecil. There was one more I wanted to ask about and I was surprised how many people online knew about them. It's called Midwest Mafia.
Oh,
I think they performed at a show the one that Ken Dog had hosted. Did you ever cross paths or do any music with them?
Midwest Mafia and Built to Last, they actually was the two of the same people. You know what I mean? Because Midwest Mafia, that's Blob, that's Greedy Blob and E-Love. I still see E-Love to this day. You know, he was a security guard down of a police officer at Cleveland Clinic. So yeah, them boys was hot back in them days too. Midwest Mafia, but they all came from the same era, the same group really.
Yeah, I know there's an old Midwest Mafia song that has like Flesh and Bone on it or something. And now if you were to try to buy that, like the actual hard copy CD of that Midwest Mafia album, like when you do that on eBay, that thing sells for a couple $100. Like there's all these like old Cleveland like relics that if you try to buy them now, like they're like collector's items almost, like to people.
Yeah, Cleveland was actually becoming another Atlanta back in them days. You know, I don't know what really happened to the drive of it, but back in them days, it was starting like with Levert, them, you know, starting up with the R&B, you know, Bone, them starting up with the rap. That started up a movement back in them days. But now it's, you know, things ain't like they used to be here in Cleveland. You know, you got a lot of artists, a lot of new artists, but you know, it's just a different way they promote themselves now. You know what I mean?
What do you think back then stopped like these other acts from getting on? Because, you know, we know like Too True was being, you know, looked at by like, you know, even Easy, even like you said, Brothers for the Struggle. We know K Chill was killing it. Like, what do you think prevented like one of these other acts, you know, from getting on the way like Bone did?
I think that had a lot to do with Bone itself. You know what I'm saying? Because back in them days, it all depends on what somebody said. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, just say for instance, you got Built to Last or Midwest Mafia. The first thing, if they getting hot, if they getting attention in Cleveland, first thing that record label gonna do is do what? They gonna go to Bone. They gonna go to Bone and ask Bone, you know these guys, how these guys, you know, what's the rule, how they doing in Cleveland? If you know, that word is all on their word. You know, if they don't say, yeah, man, you should do something with them guys, they're not going to do nothing with them. You know what I mean? It's all, to me, it all depends on the person's words. And to this day, that's what I think it is. You know, who you know and who going to speak up for you. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of tight artists. You got a lot of good artists in Cleveland. But it's like crabs in the bucket. You know, everybody trying to be the number one at the top.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy when you look back at it and all the talent, and you know when you hear that like Easy was looking at like a Ruthless Records, you know, Cleveland, and you know everything that was happening, and you know there's so much stuff that's come out of Cleveland, but it's crazy to think about how much more, you know, could have come out of Cleveland just based on the talent we know.
It was so much talent in Cleveland, but you just had, you know, you didn't have the right people, you know, pushing talent in Cleveland. You know what I mean? And at that time, everybody had to leave Cleveland. You had to leave Cleveland to get attention. But if Cleveland was like Georgia or like Texas, places like that support their own, Cleveland would be like the number one place to come to get a deal. Because all the talent, all the acts is in Cleveland. The old acts, the new acts, the young acts, the R&B, the country, all that is in Cleveland. But everybody got to leave Cleveland. Then when you leave Cleveland, you don't want to say you came from Cleveland. First thing you're gonna say is I'm from California or New York. You know what I mean? You only want to claim the city.
Was there anybody like back in the day like that like, you know, you feel like was especially hot that really should have got on that didn't, that people may not know about? Because obviously, like, you know, Too True and Poet, you know, they still got on through Mo Thug. But is there anybody that just didn't get on that you feel like, wow, that's crazy that they didn't get on? They were so good.
Yeah. It was a lot of people. It was a lot of acts, like you say, Brothers for the Struggle. I mean, to me, they had a national recording deal, but they didn't have the right one. You know what I'm saying? Then you had you had guys like Jay Chill. You know, you had a lot of acts. There was a lot of people back in Midwest Mafia, 216, True Math, Aftermath. You know, you can name groups forever. You know, you had 350 from Face Mob. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there was a lot of acts in Cleveland that could have really blew up. But again, first of all, the support for each other is bad. You know, you got bad support in Cleveland when it comes to each other. You know what I mean? Because everybody trying to be that one. Everybody trying to be that one. And that's the problem that Cleveland always had.
They're asking in the chat if you ever worked with Ray Cash at all.
No, I know Ray Cash personally. Me and his uncle was real good friends. But no, I never worked with Ray. I always wanted to do a track with Ray Cash because I thought Ray Cash was really hot. You know, you had another guy named Chip the Ripper, Fat Al. You know, these guys were very hot, man. But again, they was on their own mission. Everybody was on their own mission. So no, I never got a chance to do no with Ray Cash. But Ray Cash, he had a lot of publicity. He was actually moving up the ranks.
Yeah, Ray Cash made a little buzz for himself, and I remember actually
he made a big buzz. He was doing movies. He started doing movies. You know, so yeah, he really started doing a lot of things in Cleveland. Well, yeah, in Cleveland.
Years back now, it's actually quite a few years back now. It doesn't feel like this long ago, but Machine Gun Kelly did a Till I Die remix, and it had Bone on it and it had Ray Cash on it, and I thought that was cool that he came back to Cleveland and, you know, grabbed some people. Grabbing Bone was like, you know, obvious, right? But grabbing Ray Cash, I was like, oh, that's a cool nod that he did this and he grabbed Ray Cash because, you know, not everybody may have known who he was, and he put him on.
I thought Machine Gun Kelly was going to do a little bit more, you know, with the status that he had. But again, you know, people thought Bone was going to do a little bit more also. So, you know, I guess it's just, you know, if it's in the person that business, you got to have that business sense. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of talent, but if you ain't got no business sense, you ain't got no people that can help these people with business, then they'll never come out of Cleveland. You know what I mean?
What's it like now, music scene wise? Like, I know you said right across the street that you got a music venue. I mean, is live music in general? I think in this country, like, live music isn't the way it was. When I talk to touring acts, they're like, if you go to Europe or Canada, it's way different than being in America. Like, people still really want the live music, but it doesn't seem like it's the same in America. Like, what's it like for Cleveland for live music right now?
I mean, the Cleveland scene, you still got the underground scene. The underground scene is strong. You know, it's very strong. But like major wise, you know, we don't get a lot of people don't come to Cleveland. I guess they don't like Cleveland. You know what I mean? But on the underground side, you know, you got a heavy underground set in Cleveland. You know, you got a lot of different venues for like up and coming artists. But, you know, again, you know, people just got to learn how to utilize what they got. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's, you know, it could be a good year for Cleveland. You know, I think maybe around the time I had you on.
Cleveland got a lot of new acts coming out, but again, a lot of them don't promote Cleveland. They, you know, they still on their own journey. You know what I mean? I understand. I can understand that. But when you start involving more people, that's when things start being a little easier. You know what I mean?
I think you'll see a little bit of media coverage this year with Bone getting the Hollywood Walk of Fame star and stuff. You're going to see the media during that time talking about Cleveland and talking about Cleveland rap a lot. So, you know, maybe it'll bring a little exposure there with that happening. I think the last time we talked, Bone had got the street sign, you know, named after them. And now here we are. They're about to get the Hollywood Walk of Fame star.
And then, you know, you got these young cats in Cleveland that started that 216 Land of the Legends. I think that's what it's called. You know, like they got all the Legends of Cleveland. You know, y'all, I think it's on Tubi or something like that. So you could actually look at that too. 216 Land of the Legends. I think that's what it's called. You know, so that's something that they just put out there. It's all over the place. It's on Tubi. You know, at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know, they played it down there, and they got a lot of Cleveland artists on that also.
How do you feel about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Bone thinks they should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. There's not a lot of rap in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Do you think we should have rappers in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Absolutely. I mean, it's a genre of music. And, you know, I think Bone should be in there because, you know, they had hits that entitled to be in there. You know, they had songs with Elton John and, you know, superstars that a lot of rappers can't even get to or ever do songs with. So, and a lot of these features are people that's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So, yeah, of course they should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and I think eventually they will be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the Rolling Bones right there. You know, there they are, still doing it. We got coming up. It's going to be, Matt, what did we say? 30 years since E1999 Eternal came out.
Yeah.
30 years.
A few more days.
Wow. Yeah.
I can't believe I'm that old now.
still doing it, you know. Archie still making music out here, putting it on for Cleveland. We got Arch Dogs open. You know, it's always a pleasure, Archie. Anytime we get you on to kick it with us.
I appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, Arch Dogs, y'all make sure you come to Cleveland. This is what we do right here. And about time y'all do come to Cleveland, I have my studio in the back open, so I could do a little walkthrough with y'all. But we got a lot of things coming out. You know, be on the lookout for it. I might have some surprises on it. You know, I'm gonna try my best. But thank you again, y'all guys. Is you know, beautiful people, man. You know, this right here is gonna help us out a lot, and I hope it help y'all guys out a lot too.
Yeah, we made sure we recorded all the footage of this Arch so we can cut something up. You'll be able to post it on your social media. We'll take good care of you. Archie, we appreciate you coming on, man. Is there anything else you want to let people know about Arch Dogs or about production or Too True? Anything you want, man. It's yours, Archie.
Well, the only thing I want to let y'all know is that I do got some projects coming out. You know, Too True is going to be the first thing. You know, Jazz. You know, we're going to try to get Bruno on it. You know, that's going to be a fight, but we're going to try. The Arch Dogs, we're going to have a couple of locations opening up soon. I'm trying to go out to Texas or Georgia. No doubt we're going to have another location on the east side or the west side. And other than that, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the fans. You know, I love you people. I love you guys. And till I see y'all again.
So Arch, you trying to make like a chain out of them? Like you trying to have more than one?
Man, I'm trying to do dogs and karaoke. I'm trying to do everything. Yeah, I'm trying to make a chain. I'm trying to have Arch Dogs everywhere.
Oh man!
Before it's over, I'm trying to have Arch Dogs in every city. I mean, not every city, but every state. I'm trying to have an Arch Dog.
I love it, man. Anything that we could do to help you out, Arch, you know that we're always here for you, bro. Anything that we could do to help, you know, you consider it done from us.
My man.
Hell yeah. Y'all in the chat, you know, show Archie some love. Light that chat up. Put that dog emoji. Put that hot dog emoji. Show Archie the love, man. We appreciate you coming on. Anytime you want to come on again, Archie, let us know when it's time for Too True, when it's time for anything. You get at us. We got you.
I mean, y'all gonna be the first people we holler at. Believe that.
You already know, Archie, brother. We love you, man. You have a great rest of your night, Arch.
Peace, man.